is Mary here and welcome back to my channel for another Sims 2 tutorial, and today I am doing my updated tutorial on how to download and install custom content, and I am going to try and show you the easiest method that I have used over the past few years to install custom content, including any custom content such as hair, clothes and things like that, also houses and Sims. So I'm going to show you all of that in one video, and it might be a long video, but I'm going to try and put as much information as I can in the video and also try and make it as quick as possible. But these are the way that I have found to work for me. It may not work for other people who have different kind of games. I am doing this tutorial on a Windows 10 computer and I have the Sims 2 Ultimate Collection. I'm not sure if it may work for those who have Macs or those who don't have the Ultimate Collection or just have certain expansion and stuff packs, but I have used this method already on my Windows 8 laptop when I had the Sims 2 CDs, everything apart from Glamour Life, and it's worked for me that way as well. So if it doesn't work for you, then I don't know what to do, but there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to download and install custom content, but this is the way that I found is easier, and I'm going to show you two methods. One is how to organize your downloads folder when you get custom content, and the other one is just how to quickly install it and then get your game started. So I hope you guys like this and stay tuned to see how I install my custom content. So the first few things that you're going to need is the Sims 2 Clean Pack Installer, and I've been using this for roughly 2 years and I've never ever had issues with the Sims 2 Clean Pack Installer. It mostly helps to find duplicated files in your computer and also incomplete files as well of custom content so that your game doesn't glitch. And for those who know me on my channel for quite a long time, they will know that I have had issues with the Sims 2 on Windows 10 for a long period of time, but it's now fixed. So this is what I use to install custom content. It's really easy, and I'll leave the link to everything that you need for this tutorial down below. And the second thing that you would need is WinRAR or some kind of file extracting software. I've been using WinRAR for like over 2 or so years, and I don't have the full version. I have the trial version. It keeps asking me to buy the full version, but I don't want to, so I just keep using the trial version. But you can use some kind of other file extracting software such as WinZip or something like that, but I personally use WinRAR because I find it the easiest to use. But I'm just gonna carry on showing you how I do it from there. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to install custom content, and these are custom content clothes, and this is a piece of outfit that I get from Always Sims. I love Always Sims blogspot because she has amazing custom content and it's just really cool. And the first thing you need to do is to always check the description of the custom content that you're getting if it includes the mesh. If it doesn't include the mesh and you need to get the mesh from somewhere else and there's a link to it, then get the mesh, because if you don't get the mesh for any hair, clothes or anything like that, then the custom content will not work, and it will come up as a symbol of the Max's default outfits or something like that, and then when you click on it, it will become invincible. So that means the mesh is missing. So always read the description box of each CC that you get so that you know that everything that you need is within that file or it's somewhere else that you need to get it. This is a nice outfit I'm gonna get. I like the outfit a lot. It's really cute and it's pretty simple. So it says that the meshes are included and it is given credit to who created meshes, and here is the download. So I'm gonna go ahead and click download, and it comes up with a sim file share. Download that and it will come up down here at the bottom of my Chrome bar, and it's there, and it is actually a RAR file, so I can use WinRAR to extract it. And the next thing I want to get is a Sims 2 house, and this is a house from Jodely. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm not good at pronouncing stuff, but she makes amazing Maxis makeovers and things like that, and she has amazing custom content in her game. But the only problem with getting houses with custom content is that you may not get the original mesh of the actual item. It depends on how it's packaged. Some items that you get may come up as highlighting flashing blue, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the full version, and now it's down there as well. And now I'm gonna go ahead and install a sim, and this is a sim by Lucia Torres. That sim looks amazing. It's really nicely done and it looks really cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and download her as well, and it's also down here. So when you see this symbol here, this little pack file here, and it says the Sims 2 pack, and that means that you have to use the Sims 2 Clean Pack Installer to install the custom content. If it doesn't have that, then it's fine. You can install it by dragging it into your downloads folder, but if it does say the Sims 2 pack file, then you have to use a Clean Pack Installer to install it. So I'm gonna try and show you two ways of installing this with the Clean Pack Installer because I find that the easiest way. If it comes up as this without WinRAR, so all you have to do is double click it and then it will come up with a little notification thing saying, do you want to open it, yes or no, and you click yes. And then it will come up with something like this, which is basically a list of all the CC that is in the Sim2 pack file. So what I'm gonna do is to do two kinds of install. So either you just click install and then just click for it to install it. So it goes into your Sims 2 downloads folder and just install it, and it goes there. So that's one install that you can do, and just click install and it says file successfully installed, and that's done. And then when you go to your Sims 2 downloads folder, you can go there by going to my documents, EA game, Sims 2 Ultimate Collection, and Sims 2 download. If this is your first time downloading custom content and you actually haven't got a downloads folder, then you can go ahead and create one, and you can do this by going up here. It says new folder, and you name it as downloads, because if you don't put a capital and spell it correctly, it will not work and your custom content will not come up in your game. So this is all the custom content that I've got for that one sim. But as you guys can see, I like arranging my custom content so that I know where things are. So what I'm gonna do right now is to show you the second version of how to arrange your downloads folder. So basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call it Daisy Sim by Lucia. So now I've created Daisy Sim by Lucia. I'm gonna go and drag all the custom content for that sim alone. I'm gonna drag it into that folder so that I know that if I don't want the sim anymore, I can delete the sim out of my sim bin, but also I can come and delete the custom content for her as well if one of them is glitched or doesn't work. And then drag the folder into my Sims folder that I have. And when you go to my Sims folder, everything is arranged to how I want it, and it's just nicely done. So that's how you install a sim. To see how to install a house, you just double click and it will come up with WinRAR over here. And since I don't have the full version, it will come up with this random note saying for me to purchase WinRAR, but I'm just gonna go ahead and close that down, and then I'm gonna carry on using WinRAR. I do this in two different ways. Firstly, I go into my CC shopping folder, which is where I date when I get custom content, so that I know that if a CC doesn't work after I get a certain custom content on a certain date, then I can just delete the date folder. So what I do is to create a new folder for the date today, and it's right up there. I open that and then create another folder and name it by the custom content that I'm gonna put into that folder. I'm not sure if I'm spelling her name right, but yeah, that's the file I'm gonna get. And over here you can see that she has extra items, which is the extra custom content that she always puts in her game, but it's not exactly essential needed for the house, but she likes to have extra custom content. Don't worry about the color symbol for the package files. It's because I accidentally made all package files to open with SimPE, because I use SimPE to mod stuff and everything like that. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is to go back to the file that says extra items, and I'm gonna drag the thing that says extra items out into her folder, and it will all come up there. So that's all the extra CC that she has in her game. And then next I'm gonna go and click on the Sims 2 installable file and double click that again, and then it will ask me if I want to open it, and I click yes or no, and then this will come up, and that is a Sims 2 clean bag installer. And if something is highlighted as red like this, it will say that this is something that changes the way the game is done. I don't know how to re-explain it, but anything that's red, it shows that it's something that will change the way the game is played. I always untick something like this because I don't really need it, so I always untick that, and then I keep the rest. So I'm just scanning through anything here, make sure nothing else is highlighted as red. And up at the top should be the package file here, which is what it looks like there. So that's the package file that I want to install. So now what I want to do is to click install, and then it will say default installation, and when it says teleport, that's fine, because it will actually send the custom content for the house into your Sims 2 downloads folder, but they will send the actual Sims 2 lot file into the teleport folder, so that when you open up the game, it will automatically install into the game once you open it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click install, and it will say file successfully installed. And then once you open up your downloads folder, it will show all of the custom content for that one house right here. So that's all the CC that came with that house, and that is a lot of custom content, especially if your computer can't handle it. Then I will untick all the custom content, but personally for me, I like custom content, so I tend to keep it. So now I'm going to go ahead and copy all the custom content for that one house and drag it over to her file, and then it's all in there. So I know exactly where everything is, and if I don't want the house anymore, I can come ahead and delete this folder right here. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and install the custom content, which is the Always Sims outfit for adult female. She normally puts her custom content into a file anyway, so it's always named anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and open up the file for today's date under CC Shopping, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drag the file over. And here it is. So that's all the custom content that comes with that one file, so that I know that if the clothes don't work, I'll come exactly over here and I'm going to delete the folder, and I know that everything is all in one place. So that's all the things that you need to do done. So the last thing I was going to show you is to check to see if the custom content works or not. So the first thing you're going to do is to open up the Sims 2 Clean Pack Installer by double clicking the icon, which mine is down here. So once you've put all your CC that you've got today, you can go ahead and use the Clean Pack Installer to search for that one folder and just check to see if the CC works. So what I'm going to do is to go down here and click down here, and then it will say all these things here, but I don't want it like that. So click browse and go to my documents over here, and then click on EA Games, downloads, CC Shopping, and then the 22nd of May. And then I'm going to open up the 22nd of May alone, because these are two new folders. Click OK. And this will load up all the custom content that I have in that one folder. And if anything highlights as pink, then that means there's the same file elsewhere in your folders. So you have to delete that one file. So far nothing here highlights as pink, and that's actually pretty good, or light blue either. That is that file done. Let me go ahead and look for my sim file and check if the sim is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to browse and go to sim down the bottom here, and then drop the arrow key and click Daisy Sim by Lucia. So open that. There's no file that's actually a duplicated file, so everything's all good, and there's no incomplete files either, so everything is all perfect. And now I'm going to go ahead and click OK. One last most important thing before you open up your Sims 2 game is I do this each and every time that I install custom content or put anything new into my game. You always have to delete the accessories cake and the groups cake in your Sims 2 folder. If you don't delete that and then you load up the game after installing something new, your game may take forever to load up, or it may not load up at all. I've had issues with that. Don't worry about it. It won't cause anything in your game. It's just like when you open up the Sims 2, it will actually create new ones, and that's why I always delete those files before I open up my game each and every time. And sometimes I tend to delete the thumbnails file. It's not exactly essential, and it will not do anything to your game because it will actually create another file. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's by choice, but I try to do it anyway. Your Sims 2 game might take quite a long time to load depending on how much custom content that you have in your game. I have over 14,000 files of CC in my game, so it takes quite a bit of time, but just be patient with it because some computers are slow, some computers are quite fast. Mine is quite fast, so it loads up the game straight away, but it takes quite a lot to load up the actual in-game screen and things like that. So just be patient with it. Your game is not broken, just be patient. So when your game loads up, sometimes this screen does come up in your game if you have it enabled in your settings, but since I have mine enabled to come up, it always comes up when I load up my game, and all I click is enable custom content. If you disable it, then you won't see any CC, or at least some of the CC, and some things will be flashing blue all the time. So always best to enable custom content. So I'll just go ahead and click that and then click OK. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to enable that box to come up on your screen, and you just go to here on options, and then you go on game options, and then at the start it should say display custom content dialog at startup, and I have that on so that every time I start my game it shows the custom content that I have. So now you go ahead and you open Create a Sim, and I'm going to show you how to get your sim. Okay, so now you're in Create a Sim and you got your sim up. First thing that you want to do is to make sure that your sim is the right gender of the sim that you got. Mine's an adult female, so I'm going to make sure that my sim is an adult and also female as well. And then what you're going to want to do is to go over here and it should say choose existing sim, and I'm going to go ahead and click that, and this will have all the sims that are in your sim bin. And the sim that I got today is right here, and that is her. These are all the sims that I've created and also I've made to be available for download. Click accept, and here is the sim that I got today. So she looks really cute and very down to earth. And now I'm going to show you the outfits that I got today. So you have to go on to clothing, which is number 5, and then you have to go on either top, bottoms or outfit. Since the clothes that I got today were not full outfits, they were just top and bottom, so this is the first one that I got today, which is this little like jumper, which is very ruffled, and I quite like it. It's really cute. And also this other one over here, which is this jumper again, which is also quite nice. And the bottoms that I got are this one right here, which is really lovely. I love the way how the socks come up to the jeans, and the jeans have a nice texture to it, so it's quite cool. And also these bottoms here. So obviously the CC that came with a sim are also here as well, which is this skirt which came with a sim, but the ones that I got today individually are these ones. And yeah, it's quite nice. So that's all the CC that I've got, and now I'm going to show you the house that I got today and just show you what could be wrong. Okay, so now you're back into your neighborhood. What you want to do is to go on to lots and houses, and this is the house that I got today, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it down somewhere in my neighborhood. And you need to be careful on how you put it down, because sometimes the game may not want you to put it down a certain section. If it's flashing green like that, that means you can place it on that road. But if it's red, say if you try to place it somewhere over here and it's red, it's because you can't place it there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it right over here. Okay, so now we are in the house, and it looks exactly like how I expected it to look, and it looks really amazing. But the only downfall about getting some houses with a lot of CC is that some things will maybe flashing blue. So let's see if we can find anything that's flashing blue. So this, for example, is what I mean. So as you can see, this chair over here is flashing blue, and there may be many reasons for that, because it may be it's only a slave to a certain chair, and I haven't got the recolors for that chair. So that's why it's flashing blue, because the recolors are not actually there. So the only thing I basically do when I find something like this, even though I do want the chair and I find something like this, all I end up doing is just deleting the chair itself, because I don't want to have any issues in my game. But everything else in the house seems to be working perfectly fine, and it looks exactly how I imagined. It looks seriously amazing, and I love how the house looks. As you guys can see, she puts a lot of detail into the house, and the house just looks so great. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope it does work for you. But this is personally how I do it. If it doesn't work for you, then you can do it any other way that you feel comfortable with. But this is personally how I do it. If you have any questions, then feel free to leave in the comment box, and I will reply to your comment as soon as possible. But till then, I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.